two more activists from Just Stop Oil have just been found guilty of a criminal offence. You remember this duo that hit the headlines and social media when they threw a can of soup over one of the most iconic pieces of artwork of all time, Sunflowers by Vincent van Gogh. Now, just to pause to let the comment section go crazy on telling me on how badly I pronounced the name, let me just defer to the expertise of the London Art Studies channel, which we'll go over and subscribe to here, just to have a bit of trivia as to how this name should be pronounced. And then we'll come back to the story. Take a listen to this.
There are names we always get wrong, and the best example of that is Vincent van Gogh. How you pronounce his name depends on where you come from. The French, for example, would call him Van Gogh, the Americans Van Gogh, and in England we've settled for Van Gogh. But he was Dutch, and I've spent hours with Dutch people trying to get this right. It's something like Van Gogh, but it's not that easy, so I'm happy to say Van Gogh.
So there we are. That's settled then. You can debate that in the comment section among yourselves. I'll link that video below for credit, and now we'll come back to the story. So a rather serious story now. Coming back here, Phoebe Plummer and Alla Holland, both 22 years old, launched the contents of 2 tins of tomato soup on the painting, according to the BBC here at the National Gallery. And they were told by the judge at Southwark Crown Court yesterday in no uncertain terms that they should be prepared in practical and emotional terms to go to prison when they are sentenced on the 27th of September. The judge said that they came within the width of a pane of glass of destroying one of the most valuable artworks in the world. Bail conditions have been set that stipulate that they must not carry glue, paint, or any adhesive substance in a public place, and they must not visit any galleries or museums. Now, many people might be quite right to question whether there was actually any damage because the painting was behind a pane of glass. However, the gallery has previously said that the gold-coloured frame was in fact damaged in the attack in October 2022. What does seem a little bit strange to me, with all respect to the lawyer involved, is the comments by the lawyer after the verdict, who was quoted by the BBC to say that she was extremely disappointed and considering an appeal. She said the government continuously proves that they have little to no interest in attempting to curb climate change. They've proven that they have a great deal of interest in investing time and money into prosecuting young people for trying to fight for the future of themselves and their children. Now, as I said, I do find that a little bit strange because whilst there is the right to protest, it doesn't incorporate the right to commit criminal damage to famous pieces of artwork, or indeed the frames to those pieces of artwork. And irrespective of the government's actions or inactions vis-a-vis climate change, the jury here has come back with a verdict. And it's at this point that I'd also like to provide some credit to the barristers' chambers and indeed counsel involved in prosecuting the case, for those that might be interested. It's the barristers behind the case, both prosecuting and defending, that are not always given the credit that they deserve. So as I said, this is Francesca Kohler from Decker Chambers, who is prosecuting this case. So the two that have been convicted of criminal damage will be back in court on the 27th of September to be sentenced, where, according to the BBC reports of the judge's comments, they should be prepared in practical and emotional terms to be going to prison. Let me know what you think in the comments below now that this case has concluded. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, please, and as always, thank you for watching.